9:30. I woke up at like 6 a.m. Just because I'm not used to this bed and stuff. But I look really tired, but I'm not that tired. I actually slept okay. Hey, Panji, stop. But we're gonna get up. I guess she's barking at some people walking. Now we're gonna get up and make some coffee. Got up at like 6:30 or whatever. Kind of just turned on the Bassmaster Elite tournament and just kind of snoozed for the last couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, listening to that. But I did get some decent sleep in the last hour or so. So feel good. I feel fresh. Probably because I drank a little bit of whiskey last night, but it's fine. Ooh. We're gonna get up. I think I'm gonna make some pancakes and sausage or bacon or something, or maybe all of it. I don't know. Eggs. Have a little breakfast. Eat some coffee. Whew. And then we're gonna go fish and hike for the afternoon. Oh. The bed's nice. It's actually really comfy. So far, we got Trey McKinney, Maddie Wong, Wes Logan, Tyler Ribbett, Paul Marks, Scott Canterbury, Justin Cruz, Patrick Walters. I'll just read off the top 10 of the Bassmaster. Looking at bed, it's kind of like, it's not cold, but it's just perfect in here. I'm comfortable. The Tempur-Pedic's comfortable. I've never had a Tempur-Pedic, so my back's got to adjust a little bit. But I slept good. I'm not sore or anything. But yeah, I'm going to lay here for about 5-10 more minutes, and then we're going to get up and start the day. Alright, we're getting up. Get ready here. I'll make some coffee. Alright. Oh, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Squirrel. No deers. Looks like no animals try to get into my ice chest or anything. Oh. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees today. Oh,
Oh, I slept good. Like, I'm nice and awake. I don't have any back issues. Man, I just slept better than I do at home. All right, come here, girl. Pinch. Come on, I gotta put you on a leash. Paige. Hey, come here. Paige. Benji, come on. Oh, she's using the restroom. Oh, well, so we're gonna organize the truck, go on some walks until dinner tonight. Come here. Yeah, let's put you on the thing so I don't get in trouble. Here. Come here. No, come here. There. Alright. It's done. Let's get my chair. Guitar right here. I don't have a fire again until tonight, probably. I'm gonna start with a cup of coffee here. It just seems easy. State Park and got electric. Might as well use my Keurig thingy. So with this Keurig, I have to measure the water. So that's why I did that. Oh no. Oh no. Hold up. I'll be back. Alright. I thought I left the little thing for the K-Pod at home, but we got it. Found it in the truck. Okay. We're using Cafe Bustelo. It's my favorite. It's normal coffee. Next camping trip, I'm gonna bring my coffee beans and roast my own over the campfire. All right, now we wait. And clean up a little bit while that's going.
5-day report in beautiful sunny Florida. That's right, for the second week in a row, the Bassmaster Elite Series is in sunny Florida. The big
Right, we got oat milk creamer. It is vanilla cinnamon. I don't usually do cinnamon, but we'll try it. 0 sugar. No artificial sweeteners. We'll give it a try. A lot of times I just drink my coffee black, but where's my lid? There it is. Let's give it a try. It's darn tasty. Alright, now we're just gonna chill for a minute and drink some coffee. Then we're gonna probably go. I'm not super hungry at the moment. I'll probably drink some coffee and then I'm gonna go organize all the tools in the truck. And once we get done organizing the tools, we'll cook a breakfast. Dog's just chilling like a villain. These neighbors already got up and left today, so they just paid just to sleep for tonight, and they already done got up and left. I guess a lot of people do that, travel around and sleep and leave. All right, put the camera up. Have a little coffee time now. Oh man. Even though I'm only out here for a day and a half, this is nice. Nice and relaxing. All day to chill. I'm not stuck inside. I was wanting to come back out next week, but it appears to have a dentist appointment scheduled. But it's fine. We might just gotta load the kayak and go fishing or something next week, or go do a little day camp somewhere. It'll be fine after the dentist. Maybe we'll find something spur of the moment. This is real nice. Anyways, so I really want these. I'm gonna start trying to put one video out every week. I don't know if it's always gonna be camping. That's gonna be my goal through the year, is lots of camping videos. I really want to have like a camping outdoorsy channel that's not just fishing and hunting and all the stuff people don't like. Or I don't really care if they like it or not, because I'm gonna fish and hunt anyways. But there's a lot to all that, and even for me, sometimes when I'm trying to catch fish and stuff and hunt, it's with the camera on, it's a lot of work. Doing this and just cooking and hanging out and camping and building my truck up a little bit. That's going to be some of it behind the scenes of fixing the truck. And I'm doing all this with the truck for now because the truck's paid off. One day I would like to have an RV or something, maybe. Van, RV, maybe something a little more, something where I can actually stand up inside of it and move around a little bit. Have a little kitchen in it for the winter time. But I don't really want to have to do a full renovation. I kind of just want to get it and go, because they just don't work for me. I don't mind fixing a few things, but I don't want a super fixer-upper, if you know what I mean. But for the next few months, we're at least going to be in this for a little while. I got some debt and stuff I got to pay off before I can get an RV. So, even though I spent a couple $100 to come out here today, a lot of that was stuff that I'm not going to have to do every time. Like, I spent $50 on a dog bed. I didn't know, I've never been to an RV hookup, so I didn't know if it was just 30 amp and 50 amp hookups, or if they had stuff for electric cords. So when I was at Walmart, I picked up a couple RV hookups, like a 50 amp to 15 and a 30 amp to 15, just in case, something like that. So, but anyway, so I have those, so it's cool. I have them for the future, but I didn't really need it this time. So that was like $30. What else did I buy? I didn't really need. I don't know. I didn't really buy that much food. A lot of the food I just brought from home. So yeah, I didn't end up having to get propane. Oh, firewood. That's another thing I got to start sourcing. I got to figure out where to get cheap firewood. Maybe buy it in bulk, buy a cord or half a cord or something. It's not horrible, but it's like $45 just for the firewood. I had to buy a floodlight for my little lamp thing, so, but that should last a long time. It was like $15. So all the little stuff added up to $200 or $300. But it's not just for this trip. Like, I'm gonna go home with half this food and eat it all week. So super nice out here. So let's see. That's it. Other than that, I think the next build I'm gonna do on the truck is gonna be so I don't have to pull all the kitchen stuff out. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be like a box with some storage in it, but also it's gonna have a slide where it'll slide out the outside of a tailgate. I have a spot for the Blackstone and propane tank and all that stuff when you pull it out. That's my goal. That way, that's just one less thing I have to pull out of the truck, because eventually I want to do some overlanding outside of state parks, or when I hunt and go out to the grasslands and the national parks. When I pull up, I'm not going to have picnic tables and stuff to set everything up. Plus, I might want to move around, so I'm going to try to make I've already got some wood at the house, so I'm going to try to make a pull-out little kitchenette thing for the truck. That's just going to be stationary, stuck in there. And eventually probably get a camper shell or a tonneau cover or something like that. That way it stays nice. But I'll even if it's wood, I'll coat it. It'll be fine for a while, for at least a year or two. But I slept real good. Probably got in the low 40s last night, towards the end of the night. But I was comfortable. I'd even used my sleeping bag. I slept good. The dog seemed comfortable. She didn't even try to get on the bed much. She stayed in her little bed. There's little odds and ends things to organize in there as well. I probably did bring too much clothes, because I'm still wearing pretty much the same stuff I wore yesterday. I don't really need to, I guess when I'm camping, I don't need to pack that much. So I could probably go down to just a backpack and not the full-on suitcase for the 2-day trips. So, wonder how long it will take me to get to 1,000 viewers or subscribers. 1,000 subscribers, that's what I'm going for. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we're going to start with this video. I've got some old footage I'm going to be putting up too, in between, just to get it out there. But it's what we're going to be doing. camping. Sometimes it might just be a day camp. Sometimes I'm gonna have to do some stuff on my days off. So there's places where I can just go park. There's lots of parks and stuff. I can just pull up and day camp and cook and hang out, make a little grill, swim. So it may not always be overnight camping, but we'll still have some fun. We're still gonna venture. Sometimes it might just be hiking. Like I do want to get out to the grasslands sometime before the summertime and hike the trails out there. It's like all these state parks have several trails. Building my trail legs, that way sometime in the next 10 years, in my 40s, I want to get out and go do the Appalachian Trail. I know it's kind of a cliche thing these days, but it still seems fun. It seems like something people should do, especially if you try to do the through trail where it's like 6 months. But anyways, I didn't really film the whole cooking process. You saw me put last night. I put the Pansy. Oh, I thought she was running. I just put the pork loin on the grill over the fire for about 45 minutes. It came out pretty good. I probably could have cooked it a little bit less, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes longer. But it came out real good, cooked, tender. Probably about 10 minutes longer, that way it didn't dry out so much. But it wasn't super dry. It's pretty good for the first time. And I had a can of collard greens and some Uncle Ben's rice pouches that I heated up over the fire. I didn't even use my Blackstone, so that was cool. Use the fire when you can and save on propane. But tonight we're gonna, I don't know, I don't have that much wood, so we'll probably use the skillet tonight, since I brought it out and hooked it all up. I know we will for breakfast in a minute. I brought me a bucket this time so I can do dishes better. I got all my dishes sitting in a bucket from last night, so we're gonna go over there and do those here in a minute. But when I build that thing for the truck, it's going to have a cabinet, and I'm not going to have to pull all this stuff out. Like, I'm literally just going to hop up in the truck, and I'll be able to do my coffee, do everything. Unless I want to pull it out and set it up. Need a better chair. This chair's had its better days. This is a $5 chair from Walmart. It's lasted me a year or two. So, had its better days, so it's about time to get a good chair, a good camping chair. Because right now I'm sitting in a chair and I'm using a hunting chair, one of the little regular chairs without back or anything, for a footrest. Ugh. But yeah, it's nice out here. I'm just trying to talk, got a little coffee talk before I go up there and work. So that's it, really. I'm just rambling. Yeah, that's all I've been talking about on this coffee talk. Just trying to build my channel out. Get into editing, because that's the easy part, is doing this. Editing's not hard. It's just stopping during my work week and editing a video is the hard part. But I think we'll be able to do that this week, especially if I film a little bit better and I don't have to edit so much. So I'm going to say something real fast, because I think people need to know. I think everybody needs to come out and do this at some point. I get it, some people don't like the bugs and the being away from all their stuff, but if you could tell, I haven't been away from all my stuff. I brought all my stuff with me. I brought my laptop, I brought my phone, I brought my hotspot. I like being comfortable too sometimes. I like being able to sit in there like I did last night and watch a show, which I did start that show with Kevin Costner called Horizon. Seemed alright. I fell asleep before we even get halfway through it. Pretty much right when Kevin Costner arrived in the show, I started falling asleep. So I'll pick that back up tonight. But I like it too. But even if you bring a few things, at least get out of the house. Get out here, get some fresh air. All these people having anxiety and depression, and I get there's probably some old trauma that keeps reoccurring in your head, but you got to get out. You got to get away from all the things that are stressing you out sometimes, and this is how you do it. Maybe some other people, this is how you do it without doing it to go shopping, or so I know some people de-stress by shopping and spending money, which ends up putting you in more stress when you're broke and can't afford anything. So, or drinking. I mean, I know I drink out here too, but sitting at home and binge drinking for no reason, just because you're bored. Like sometimes you get out here, and I didn't drink that much yesterday. I had a little bit, but I didn't drink that much yesterday. If I was at home, it'd probably be more, because I'm just bored. What else? Just, I don't know. Getting out of the bed. I know a lot of these kids and stuff these days are just laying in bed all day. Get out. Get out of the house. Don't sleep till 2 o'clock. When you're out here camping, you want to wake up early because you want to go do stuff. Start hiking. Start moving around. Life's short. Enjoy it. Enjoy it however you want to, I guess. But I really think people should try to enjoy coming out here and enjoying the outdoors a little more. It's nice out here. I like doing it alone. I mean, I like people being around too, but I could sit out here alone all day long with just me and the pup and be completely content. That being said, if anybody ever wanted to come out with me, just leave a comment. Come on. I usually post on Facebook where I'm going to be, so anyways, that's that. Get out of the house. All those things that you're doing at home, the cleaning, what else? The paying the bills. I mean, you got to make sure your bills are paid, but the stress from work, the appointment, whatever you got going, you can wait. Reschedule the appointment. Pay the bills a couple days ahead of time. You can clean the house later. I don't know. Whatever your excuse is not to get out of the house and go do something you want to do, just go do it. All that stuff's going to be here. All that baggage, all that, all the chores, whatever you got to get done or feel like you need to get done. Or maybe you're just angry from work and you're having a bad day and you just don't want to get out of bed. Whatever it is, all that stuff's going to be there tomorrow. Most likely you're not going to get fired. How many times do we get mad at work or think our boss is mad at us and we freak out like it's the end of the world, and it puts us in a bad mood for the next couple of days? I do it a lot, but I've never been fired. I go back a couple of days later and they act like nothing happened. So just get out. Just put everything on halt. I did it. I needed to clean my house for a while because I went in a little, I won't call it a rut, but I went in a little stage for like the last 2 months. I don't know if it was just because it was cold or what was going on, but I bought a PlayStation and I sat there and I was going to start trying to stream. I'm still going to try, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. Just streaming video games. And I sat there and I drank whiskey and streamed video games for about a month or two straight. Almost every night. And well, for about a month straight, almost every night. And then I got sick with the flu, and I was down for like a week or two. And then I just didn't do anything for the next couple weeks or week or so. I just kind of would go home, go to eat, go to bed, and lay in bed for 12 hours. Like, I wasn't in a rut mentally or anything. I was just not wanting to get up to clean. And I think I was just tired of the winter and just tired of being stuck inside. So finally, I was scrolling on Google, and I have a state park pass, and I was like, screw it, let's go camping next week. It's going to be 70 degrees. So that's why, and now we're here. So it can happen. Manifest whatever you want to manifest. Whatever you want to do can happen. You just got to do it. It's not going to happen by itself. You got to make the move. But if you want to do something next week, picture it in your mind and make it happen. Be there. May not always be exactly what you want, but you could be there. You could do it. Do it in some way or fashion, and put everything you got into that. Because I promise you, if you want to go to McDonald's right now, you're going to get up and go to McDonald's. Why? Because you know you can, right? If you want to go to Walmart and buy a shirt, you're going to scrounge up enough money to go to Walmart and buy that shirt. Because it's not that big of a deal. You can. So if you want to go camping next week, you don't have any supplies, you don't have anything, figure it out. Go camping. Put on Facebook. Does anybody have a tent and a grill or something I could use? And I'm sure someone out there has a tent sitting in their garage. I've got 2 in my house. So most people don't really care to lend that stuff, or will lend that stuff, is what I'm trying to say. So you can't. There's no excuse not to go do something. You can get on Facebook and find tents and things cheap. And I'm not just saying this. If you want to go hike the Grand Canyon tomorrow, but you're like, oh man, my truck won't make it, that's just too far, I only have 2 days off. Yeah, I get it. You might have to figure out something for work. But if you want to go to the Grand Canyon, next time you get a vacation, or maybe you need to save up a little bit of money to take off for a week or 2, drive to take a bus. I don't know what you need to do, but you can get to the Grand Canyon if you put your mind to it. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to start manifesting a little more myself, because even I get into little slumps. And I'm a pretty strong-minded person. Like I said, I don't really deal with like anxiety and depression. I'm not saying it doesn't come upon me. I'm sure I get it. It's just the way I handle it. I barely know I have it until I sit down at night and I can't sleep or something. But yeah, so that's that. Start manifesting things. Make this life better. This is your world. I saw, I forget who it was, but someone said the other day, everything is manifestable. Everything is already in this world. You just got to do it. Like, the means to do anything is already here. You got to open your mind up and create it. Well, that gets a little deep, but it's true. Amazon's was already here, right? The everything it took to create Amazon was already there. One guy put it into motion, right? Tesla, everything. Most of us would have probably said, "Oh, the government won't let us build a rocket," or "There's no way we could build electric cars. That just don't make sense. Everybody wants gas." One guy put it into motion and will definitely be the first trillionaire in America. I don't know. You can do anything. Anything. Everything is possible. You just gotta manifest it. Think about it and manifest it. If you want to be living in a high-rise apartment in downtown, you have to manifest that. So we'll get out of just camping and stuff. If you want to live, because I used to think it'd be cool to live even in Fort Worth, live in one of the high-rise apartments right in the middle of the downtown, right on Sundance Square. I could get up in the mornings, walk, get my coffee, get a little breakfast, walk back, walk the dog around town in the mornings. walk to the bookshops, walk wherever I need to walk to. At night, I can go to the restaurants, go to the bar, walk home. I used to think that would be the coolest thing. Probably would still be cool. But I never manifested myself into that. I said, no, that stuff's too expensive. There's homeless people there. I put all the negatives in my head instead of the positives. We got to stop putting the negatives ahead of the positives. You got to put the positives first. There's always going to be negatives in everything. We get that. But we use negatives as excuses. We need to start using the positives as reasons to do it. You see what I mean? Now, if there's too many negatives, then maybe it's something that you obviously don't really want to do. There should always be more pros than cons if you're going to do something. But you need to try stuff. Even if you get there and it fails. Even if you get into that high rise and you walk around, you get your coffee and you get bored. No one says you have to stay there. You did that. You can do anything. Like me. Problem is, I want to do everything. That's my hard part, is picking where, slowing down. And that's why I like camping, because it slows me down a little bit. So I want to do everything. When it comes to hobbies, I want to skateboard, even though I'm not good at skateboarding. I want to play the guitar, but obviously if you hear me last night, I can't play a note for shit. I want to, I want to get into frisbee golf. I like fishing, I like hunting. I want to do all these things constantly, to the point where I over obsess over it and I put too much on myself to do it, that I end up just freezing and stopping and not going sometimes. But I'm rambling again, but you got to start manifesting. Like me, one of my manifestations right now is I think I would like to live on a boat for a little while, like a houseboat. Maybe not for a long time, but for 6 months to a year. Or maybe find one where I just during the summer times, like spring and summer or something. And by winter, I move into like an apartment or something like that. But we're gonna see. I seen a place the other day. There was a boat on Hubbard Creek or something. Whatever lake is over near Dallas. And they were selling a little houseboat for like $6,000 or $7,000. Rent for the slip was like $400 a month. That's perfect. That's water and electric for $400 a month. You might have to pay electric, I don't know, but $400 a month for the slip. Obviously, there's probably no sewer, so I'd have to figure all that stuff out. But it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's just like camping, and that's right in the city. I could find a job nearby there. Like, sometimes I think we get so stuck that we have this one job that we got to stay at forever, and we got to stay in that little town. Like I still live 5 minutes away, or 10, 15 minutes away from my original house I grew up in. Well, 30 minutes away. You know, I haven't gone out of my comfort zone. We're comfortable. I got to get out of my comfort zone. I got to manifest myself out of my comfort zone. So that's one thing. So now you're about to start hearing what goes on in my head, because I want to do everything. I also want to get an RV and start traveling. So maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll have the houseboat here, but I also want a couple acres backed up to the grasslands for hunting season. And then I want to travel most of the time and not work. Well, not work at the restaurant, but I want to travel and be able to camp and see the world and work from my car. Do whatever I need to do, data entry or whatever I need to do just to make some money to travel. At least for another 5 years or so, and then I might think about being like a park ranger at one of these state parks or something. Anyways, see, now you start thinking, I want to do everything, so it's kind of hard to slow down and process it all. But that's that. I got to manifest myself into doing it. I got to pick one and get there. I have excuses. I have credit card debt. I have a motorcycle that I'm still paying for. it's all my fault. It's not. I'm not blaming nobody, and I still live okay even with all that. I pay my minimum payments, and I'm all right. I don't consider myself poor. I don't use food stamps. I don't take anything from the government. So that's a win for me. I live under my means for the most part. So once I get these credit cards paid off, then I'll be able to put some money on a trailer or a camper. Or a houseboat or something. Something to kick it off. The houseboat will be more stationary. And then eventually I kind of want to do the whole thing where I have a couple acres, 2 or 3 acres or something, 5 if possible, and just kind of build my little build a little spot, build my own house and stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it all out. I do know I do not want to pay $1,500 a month for an apartment living in the city unless I absolutely have to. Right now, I've been in the same house for 5 years or 10 years, and I pay $500 a month. So that wasn't that expensive back then. Like an apartment was $500 a month back then, 10, 11 years ago. Now it's double. Now you can't find an apartment for under $1,000. I think we might look into that. I think we might look into doing the houseboat thing. Because if I don't do the houseboat thing, then I'm going to end up with a camper and be paying for RV parks. So, which might be better because then I can travel with my RV. So that might be the smarter plan. Get that going. Do the RV thing first, and then once I get that paid off and I'm settled there, then I can work on having a boat place for the summer and the weekends or something like that. And then I can work on having an acre or two wherever I want, and I'll have it all. Manifest to have it all, I guess. I just got to get out of the excuses. One of my biggest excuses is like for traveling and finding that job where you can work from home or from the car or from wherever. It's like here, I got 5G internet. I could camp here every most nights and work from right here. But I think there's a deer, or maybe it's just a squirrel. Can't really tell from here. But it's so hard for me because I work salary in a restaurant that I've been at for 3 years. I've been working pretty much salary and Go, get out of my camera. Get out of my camera, fool. I've been working at salary for the last decade, 10 years or so. So it's hard to step away from that salary job. The comfort of the salary and the insurance and stuff like that. Not that I've used the insurance a lot. I've been using it on my teeth and my glasses and stuff a little bit, which I can source my own insurance eventually if I need to. But the safety net of having the same paycheck every week is nice. Not to mention it's the restaurant industry. The hard part about the restaurant industry is I'm there 12 hours a day. So during the week I don't get to do much. Like get home, I leave as soon as I wake up basically, and I get home after dark. And there's not a whole lot to do most days. So and that's usually my excuse, is it's too hard. How do I leave that to go work hourly again? Will I have enough money for everything? Well, maybe not. Maybe I got to give up some stuff. But we'll see. I don't think I have to make that much. Like right now, living in the house, doing everything I do, my bills are less than $2,000 a month. And that's with the credit card debt and everything, and the super high credit cards. If I can get that down to like $1,000 a month, I think I would be fine. I would be fine. If I start doing this more often, I might be able to get rid of some stuff. But I do like my stuff. I do like my internet. You know what I mean? Like, I do like, if I want something, I can get it. Like yesterday on the way here, I wanted McDonald's, so I stopped and got some McDonald's. I don't ever want to be in that position again, like I was 15, 20 years ago, where I'm down to $6 in my bank account to last me a week and a half. That's not a good feeling. So I can't just abruptly jump up and quit my job tomorrow and go work for $12 an hour, because right now that would not work out. So where am I going to manifest right now? We got to put this in plan, because I keep talking about it, and I'm thinking out loud now, because this is what I think about all day. Like, which way do I want to go? That's my problem with manifestation, is I want too much. And I got the dog, so if it wasn't for the dog, I'd probably just go live in my truck right now and save bukus of money. I dug it out in the heat and the cold somehow. But I ain't getting rid of my dog. And I can't be in a restaurant 12 hours a day if my dog's staying in an RV. So, we are going to, I'm almost done with the coffee, and we're going to get started doing the truck tools. Organize the truck a little bit better, get a better idea of everything that's in there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to manifest first things first, because I don't have to move out of my place. Where I'm at, I'm fine. It's like $500 a month. So it's not really that much more expensive than doing the whole RV thing. So we're going to manifest getting an RV, small one. It's not going to be like a motorhome. It's going to be something small to pull behind the truck, something lightweight, and something small enough to where I can get in and out. You know what I mean? Plus, I can leave it there, big enough for the dog to be comfortable when I'm gone. Maybe I probably need a little spot for a kennel so she doesn't break out or tear it up. So we need to get the RV, because I could use it for camping until I do move out. So first things first, get an RV. Once I have the RV, or maybe even just start looking before, try to find a job where I can work from home. I mean, of course, I would love YouTube. I would love it if YouTube would pay me, but I'm not there yet. So that's the plan. That's what we're manifesting, and that's what we're going to go for. How we're going to do that, I'm not sure yet, but that's what we're going to go. That's where I got to start. All the other stuff is going to have to just go out the window right now. Until then, we're going to camp and get this camper built out. Because it'll be nice to have this built too, because even if I'm pulling the trailer and I got to put the trailer in the shop, I still have this. I have a motorcycle as well, so if I got to put the truck in the shop, I can ride the motorcycle to work or whatever I need to do, or Uber. So once we have it, we'll go camping with it a few times. We'll figure that out. But we got to manifest to get all that. So that's where we at, and we're going to show you that manifestation works. So that's the plan, Stan. I don't know why I always say Stan. My best friend's name is Stan. Even though we don't talk that much, still my best friend. Sometimes I think we forget that the world is huge. There's billions of people living in it. We're one person. one person. And I'm still sitting here and I haven't seen a soul. That's how it almost seems like there's so many people because we're in the cities and the people are driving and going crazy. But when you come out here, you realize there's not that many people. There's billions of people in the cities. There's still so much more out there. There's still so much undiscovered. There's still so much potential in different places. I feel like we've gone to just living and we're not expanding anymore. We're not building new cities. We're not starting new companies. Like the big companies, the big corps and stuff aren't being started that often. We're just content with what's already there and nothing's going on. We don't have to. We don't have to start new cities anymore. Cities were started because railroads came through and people needed a place to live where they were building the railroad. That's how a lot of cities started, or cattle drives, or anything back then. Now we don't need that because we just take our phone out and we can get a package wherever we want to go. Take our phone out, we can get a taxi wherever we want to go. The delivery for anything. Really, I could probably sit in a recliner for 6 months and not move and get things brought to me constantly. But we don't have to do anything. We're not expanding anymore. The states aren't buying any more land and putting more state parks. They need to do that. I think we all got to take a step back from YouTube and from movies and things, to start building again, start inventing again, because that's the worst thing, is we're all just content just living what everybody gives us. We're not expanding and doing anything. I'm not saying you gotta be the next Elon Musk making 500 million, but wouldn't it be nice to sell something and make a few $100,000? A few $100,000 would set me up for a few years. Anyways, that's my ramble for today. Manifest. We're going to manifest. And you're going to see me do it. And hopefully this year. By the end of this year, I will have... It'd be nice if I could do it by the summertime. But I will have some kind of RV. Even if I have to build it up a little bit and it's only a couple grand, we'll have some kind of camper RV thing to pull behind my truck and start building out to live in. Luckily, as long as there's not a lot of water damage, I don't want to mess with that. Leaks and water damage, I don't want to mess with. Floorboard or something, I can pick that up and mess it, but I don't want leaks or water damage. And it has to have a top. I gotta go to the restroom, so pretty much done with my coffee now. Thanks for listening. Hopefully I won't bore you with everything I just talked about for 45 minutes, but manifest. You can do whatever you want to do. And I'm not talking about whatever you want your job to be. I'm talking about, where do you see yourself? That picture of where you're living. Like, this is more than just a job. The picture of where you're living. What would make you happy? Is it 2 kids in a white fence, in a Victorian style house? Do it. Is it a camper on the back of a camper truck, with your motorcycle and your kayaks, like me? Do it. Figure it out. This world is yours. Not anybody else's. No one owns this world. People own the land, like governments own the land and stuff, but no one owns, especially in the US, you're free. Even though everybody's trying to tell you you're not free here, you are. You can do whatever the hell you want to do if you're a US citizen. So, get it done. We're going to. Watch me. Manifest. We'll be back. Huh? Here, that's it. Sit. Ball. 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 Come here. Sit. Come here. Let's sit. Let's sit. Let's sit. Hey, let's sit. Benji. Benji, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Ready? Ready? Yeah. Good girl. Ready? Sit. Sit. Show it to me. Show it to me. Sit. Stay. Stay. There you go. Drop the cat. Here. 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 Come on. That's it. Done? Tired? Some water? Alright, we'll let her play for a minute. There we go, got her a little exercise for a second. Got her some food and water. Alright, we're back. There we go. Finally got dressed. Got on the flannel, got on my new Bassmasters hat that came in the mail because I signed up for the membership. Even though they're pissing me off, I like bass. Wish I could be a professional fisherman. Anyways, it is noon, 12 o'clock. I skipped breakfast because I ate a late dinner last night and I just wasn't hungry. So we are oiling up the grill right now. We're gonna do some cheeseburgers, some burgers. It's gonna be some frozen burgers I bought from Dollar General. We'll see how they are. Some turkey bacon. I'm gonna throw an egg on there, some cheese, and some pickles and mustard. That's it. That's it. Right now, just getting the Blackstone ready. It's heating up. Cleaning it off. I laid that pork loin on it last night. Got a little dirty. A little hotter. More oil on there. Go. So I use coconut oil. Kind of expensive, but it's better for you, I guess. I get the liquid kind now. It's a little bit more expensive too, but it's a whole lot easier than having to take the solid coconut oil. I don't mind it, but it can be kind of annoying when it hardens up. Alright, turn this down just a hair. Do like medium. Alright, now we're going to get the burgers on. Get these burgers on. Supposed to be frozen, but that's all got a little bit. It should be all right. Turn that down. And it cooked pretty quick. I'm just gonna cook them all so they don't go bad. All right, 6 burgers. Let me season the top of those. Use a little salt. A little onion powder. A little black pepper. A little garlic. For some reason the left side isn't hot. The right side's hot enough, but the left side ain't very hot. That one's gonna break, so we'll keep that one over there. Now these over here. I don't know why. It's not very hot. Maybe my propane tank's almost out. Now burgers, and I'm gonna have some sun chips with some olive tapenade hummus. Give that broken one to the dog. Alright. Put the bacon on. I'm just cooking everything because I don't like keeping leftovers in the ice chest. I don't mind leftovers, but I don't like keeping opened, uncooked stuff in the ice chest. I'll just make it and I'll munch on it throughout the day. Turkey bacon. Damn, I don't have enough room. I don't have enough room for all that. So, whoa. Now it's going. Dang. Now we're cooking. Just took a little while. I guess I hadn't used it in a while. Had some air in it or something. Got a little glimpse. So we got going so far. Bacon. Little frozen burger patties cooking away. We're gonna go on a little hike, me and the pup. Hiking and fishing. I'm gonna go down to that little creek and see if there's any fish in there. I'm just gonna use my little crappie rod and a Roadrunner or something. I don't know. Inline spinner. I don't know. Use something small. See if there's any little bass or perch or something. If that don't work, we might drive down to the front of the park. There's an actual lake up at the front of the park. So that's the plan. We're gonna make my double quarter pounder that I get from McDonald's, basically, for bacon. Hey, stop it. How you doing? You're fine. Just want to play, I know. I know. You see other dogs, I know. I know, other dogs. I know, they're your friends. You're fine, girl. You're about to get a hamburger. You're about to get your own burger. Chill. Turkey bacon's looking good, almost nice and crisp. I don't know about y'all, but I like my bacon somewhat crispy, but not over crispy. Like I don't want it to like crunch and just crumble. I want a little bit of crunch, but I want a little softness too, especially with turkey bacon. Of course, I know regular bacon tastes way better, but I like turkey bacon because it's turkey bacon. They both taste to me. They're both good to me. Just they're different things. You can't eat turkey bacon expecting the flavor of regular bacon. Cheese is almost melted. Turkey bacon's looking good and almost crisp. Cheese is melted. I got the Great Value American cheese, and it takes a long time to melt. I noticed that the other day. For whatever reason, it takes longer than Kraft mac and cheese to melt. I don't know why. Maybe it's faker. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be eating Great Value crap. Probably comes from China. Not really. Maybe. Alright, I think the bacon's done. We're going to lay the bacon over the top of the burgers. A couple pieces on each slice. Alright, so that little one's for the dog. And then look, I got a couple pieces of bacon on each burger. Cheese is still melting. Move them all to the hotter side so they don't, colder side so they don't burn. Now, scrape it down a little. Just make some room for my toast and eggs. I need 5 eggs. And I'll make the dog one too. So 6 eggs. And the toast. The dog eats good when we're camping too. Turn it down a hair. I don't want to burn the eggs. Full. We'll let it cool down a bit. Gonna do 2 at a time. One. That's all I need right now. Yeah. Make the dog one.
paper towel because all my plates are dirty. So I got this lid. I'm just making on this lid. Alright, we are done cooking. Go. Here we go. We're gonna make a little burger for the dog right here. Boom. All these little crumbs. She'll eat it all up. We're gonna let that sit here and cool off a little bit. Alright, for me, I'm gonna get some mustard. Got mustard on the bun. Open it. I'm gonna double decker this. I'm gonna take the one of these, one without egg. Put it right here. And the one with egg, we'll do that one with good egg right there. Boom. Okay. Alright, that's that. Alright, burgers are done. Look at that. Look at that burger. It's a double patty, 2 pieces of cheese, 1 egg, mustard on the toasted bun, and pickles, extra pickles. Gotta have extra pickles. Alright, we're gonna eat that with sun chips, a bottle of water. Ugh. Running out of hands. I made the dog a little burger too. We'll feed it to her. I'm just letting it cool off. Oh no, more hands. Alright, sit down and eat, and then we're gonna go do something. I cleaned out the truck, so that's good. I organized all the tools. I'll show you all that here in a little while. All my dishes are dirty because I haven't done them since last night when I cooked last night. So, let me show you all the best stuff in the world if you like olives. It's hummus, but it's olive tapenade hummus. It's so good. So good. So good. Alright. Here we go. Let's close the burger. Boom. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Alright. I'm gonna munch down now. All I'm using is a GoPro, so it's not the best video, but I think it does pretty good. And it's easy.
There's just olives in the middle. Yum. I like it with sun chips. I tried the Great Value pita chips, but they're a little too crunchy for me. A little too crispy. Good stuff. Alright, let's try the burger. Look at that thing, yo. Pickles, cheese, turkey bacon. That's one hell of a burger. That's a good burger. I'm not gonna lie. For frozen patties, that's good. Yum. Alright, well. Sometimes cooking don't gotta be hard. I wish the Blackstone would have heated up faster. It might be because the tank's going empty. I don't really know. Maybe it just doesn't. Maybe you just gotta let Blackstones heat up real good. I don't know. Can't beat this. I feel like everything tastes better when you're out here camping. Just cleaned up a little bit. Good thing about these griddles is they're pretty easy to clean. Alright, that's good for now. I'll wash that off when I come back and do dishes. Here, we'll go put this in the dish pit. This is my little dish pit. I bring a 5-gallon bucket with me. Got that with soapy water right now, so I'll come back after the hike and do some dishes. Boom. Oh, I'll take this trash bag to the dumpster real fast. Gotta keep it clean around here. You know, you know. If you know, you know. Well, this failed. That side wouldn't be horrible. Be a decent little site. There's not much there. That one's not bad. That was okay as well. All right, lunch is cleaned up. I don't know what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Thinking we are going to have like sausage and potato and bell pepper thing. I don't know if we'll do it in like a hobo wrap or if we will. Might do it in a hobo wrap or if we're gonna put it on the griddle. I'm not real sure. Probably a hobo wrap on the fire. That would taste better. But yeah, me and the dog. I'm gonna give the dog her burger real fast, and we're gonna go on a little hike. She is all tangled up in the chairs. All right, pup. Pup burger time. Here you go. Come on. Come here. Come on. Oops. Eat your burger. One piece at a time, I guess. There you go. You get a burger too. Then we'll go on a hike and we can work off these burgers. Right, Pangy. Right, Pangy. Alright, I gotta change the battery out on this camera. Oh, move this over here. Alright. Oh. There's some water. Now it's fishing and hiking time. BRB after the pup gets done. Some trash in there, but we're pretty good. Pretty good little camp. Got the truck. Got the wind turbines going on in the background. It's a pretty shady side all day right here. Campsite number 8. Alright, we're gonna chill out for just a minute, and here in about 20 minutes we're gonna head out.